All right.
All right.
Now we're ready.
Dude, all right, that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know how well this is going to come out. Like, I don't know if I have to be this close or if I can be like this far, but I guess we're going to find out. So, welcome. This is the first podcast, which I don't even think we have a name yet. What are we calling this?
We don't have a name, but I don't think it could be. It
The
can't
fucking Snook Glide guys, glide guys who suck at fishing podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that works. Something like that.
And most people would agree.
Yeah.
Glide bait fishing for snook is stupid.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It's lame. And anyone who does it clearly sucks at fishing.
Yeah.
And spending over $4 on the lure is stupid.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to let me get my hat real quick. Because I just realized my hair be looking crazy. All right. No, but so this is something obviously, you and I have been talking about doing for a long time.
Yeah.
And I just felt like it was time, man. Like, we get so many questions. I think probably both of our DMs, I know my DMs between Canal Cowboy and Snook Snacks are just loaded with questions. And
Yeah.
we figured if we do something like this, then we can easily answer everybody's questions and, in a format where we can just sit down and shoot the breeze and keep it casual.
I feel like that's what the people want at the end of the day. Like, they like the authenticity of what we do, and we're just very real in everything we do, bro. Like, we're having fun with it, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this. We're gonna talk about a lot of different things, all types of different lures, crazy stories, any questions you guys are gonna have in the future. There's gonna be a lot to talk about here, and you guys are really gonna enjoy it. So
yeah, most definitely. So wherever you're seeing this, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram, Spotify, I don't know if you can leave comments on Spotify, but wherever you're listening to this, if you want to leave a comment like, hey, ask us a question, we'll be happy to answer it in the next episode. But yeah, I think there's a lot of other podcasts out there, right? Obviously, there's a lot of fishing podcasts.
Right.
What I've noticed is a lot of them are really informative and they're trying to be so professional.
Yeah.
I just wanted literally a pod where it's like the boys and we just sit down and talk about fishing, bro.
Yeah.
About the current state of, how was fishing last week? How's it in Broward? How was it in Sebastian? How's the snakehead bite? And I think that it's going to make it fun because we're talking to our audience and not some broad, whatever.
yeah, I agree 100%. There has to be, the combination of both. Of course, informative videos are great and people appreciate those. But at the same time, if you really truly want to grow in your community and your audience and you want to grow in the culture, you got to diversify a bit and have a real connection, I feel like, also with the audience and talk about other things other than just, hey guys, do this, do this, do that.
Yeah. Or getting hyper, into the weeds on stuff for just so that people know, you and we're about to go fishing.
Yeah.
It's 8:00 in the morning, and we would have started sooner, but
I took forever. Guys,
stay off the turnpike.
Stay off the turnpike. It's the absolute worst. Okay, I cannot.
Dude, that turnpike extension, it kills me.
I don't know when they're gonna finish that shit, dude.
Never. But they need more tax money for it. That's all they know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going fishing right after this. We're gonna Doug is on the way. Shout out Doug.
Yep.
He's gonna come fish with us. He's another hammer with the glide bait, and we're gonna go hop on the boat and we're trying to get revenge because
this guy over here lost some pretty nice fish.
So last time we were out, it was specifically we were throwing scandals. You guys have probably seen that we've put out some pretty cool videos lately on the Everglades bass with catching. Anthony caught a nice snook, I caught a nice tarpon. So we were like, all right, let's go throw scandals. And man, I hooked the biggest snook on the friggin' scandal. And what happened was Anthony and I were trolling glides. We were trolling them, right? The scandals. So I had my drag super loose. Just in case something hits, I have my rod on the rod holder. We're trolling it. It's back there going thum, 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 thum. Didn't get anything. So we find this little bridge way in the backwaters. We go over to the bridge. I pitch the scandal down the pilings. Crew, slam, right? And I set the hook, and my line just goes because it was so loose. And so I started to reel down, and then by the time I reeled down to try to thumb it and set hook, she was gone.
So you always check your drag?
Always check your drag.
Always. I've done that so many times myself. I feel like as fishermen, we've all been there plenty of times. You know, you have your drag loose, whether you're trolling, whether you're just doing something, and you get a big fish, and then
did you end up seeing the back of that fish, or did you just see
I
the
saw
aftermath?
like the wake, but I could tell it was a big fish from the wake. Because you know how, bro, when they come out the water like that, like they make themselves known.
She hit it, and when I zoomed the line out, you just saw this giant black back. Keep in mind, we're in the backwater, so this back was dark. It was just the way a tarpon would roll, almost the way she turned. And you know the really big snook, they for some reason they don't thump as hard as like a schoolie. No. Those schoolies, they're so aggressive because they're trying to murder whatever they're eating. Yeah. The big ones, they're just kind of like, they just kind of grab it. Yeah. And that's how it was. And I briefly caught that glimpse of her back, and then tried to set hook again, and the weight was gone. Bro, I was so devastated.
But we're going back today to that exact same bridge.
That's right.
We're going to catch her. We're going to get it on film too. You're going to see. We're going to splice this in. You're going to see a giant snook mouth slapping a scandal.
I really hope so, because we need that revenge. Like, you know, obviously those who follow us know that we've gone through kind of a progression, especially me, from like canal fishing. Right. I started fishing freshwater. Like that was my jam. I didn't want to fish saltwater. Yeah. Everyone was catching fish in saltwater. I was having so much fun catching them in freshwater and just kind of like figuring out all the ins and outs of every little intricacy of Broward, all these little canals and pipes and tunnels and stuff. But now, you know, now that I've moved, I live in St. Lucie County, and you know, fishing the St. Lucie River, fishing Stewart, and now we've gradually started going up the river to where we're getting way up there.
Yeah, I mean, we've only, how many times have we been up the river? Like maybe a handful of times?
Like 4 times, and we've caught fish.
We've caught fish, we're learning. And
I was going to say we caught fish every time, but last time I lost those 2 snooks. So.
Right, but it's all right. Like I said, we're going back today, we're going to get redemption. But we're learning a lot. I mean, the river fishing is not a completely different world to us, but not something we're exactly used to. So, you know, but I mean, it's kind of the same premise. I mean, the fish feed the same way, so I think we'll be fine.
Well, for me, it's been kind of intuitive. It's been intuitive because there's so many parallels from where I started fishing on Griffin Road to fishing way up a river, whether it be, you know, the St. Lucie River or the Peace River or Caloosahatchee River. Any of these rivers, you're starting in a saltwater estuary, and it's going gradually. And if you go far enough, you start seeing like lily pads and box turtles, and there's largemouth bass. So to me, there's all these parallels between Griffin Road and upriver everywhere else. You know, Griffin Road is just more of, I don't know if you would call it like urban, I guess. Yeah,
kind of like an urban jungle.
Broward snook fishing is very urbanized. It's very urban snook fishing. You know, at least up here, going in the St. Lucie River, it still feels more natural. There's like 100%. Mangroves and you know, it's not all structure-based fishing, which Griffin Road really is. But the parallels are there, and you know, it's like fishing up here is like Griffin Road on steroids. Yeah,
it's like Griffin Road on steroids, but also 10 times more 10. Beautiful. Yeah, and just like everything about it's better. Like, don't miss the Griffin days. I'll tell you that. I mean, Kevin used to grind it. I used to grind it. A lot of the other guys used to grind it, and you know, there might be fish there still, but.
They're there, but the thing is that like I used to get a lot of messages from people saying, "Dude, I've been fishing Griffin for so long and I've never caught a snook like that. How do you do it?" And you know, everyone thinks it's either the lure or whatever, but the truth is, it's just time, dude. Yes, I would be out there every day. Like what I would do in Griffin Road is I would literally just make it a like on my way thing. If I was on my way to school back when I was in nursing school, I would stop for 5 minutes. Yeah. On my way home, I would stop for 5 minutes. If I was going to visit my dad on the way to his house in Cooper City, I'd stop for 5 minutes. Like, and I would do that twice a day, every day for weeks to catch one overslot fish.
Yeah, I basically did the same thing. Like after I started to learn a little bit more about Griffin. I went to school at Nova, so I was just passing by Griffin Road all the time.
Always have a rod in the car, kids.
Yes, always, always. And every time I'd get out of class, or even before class, I'd go pop in under Griffin, throw a few casts, nothing. All right, I'll come back after class or tomorrow. And sometimes you get a bite, sometimes you won't. But again, like you said, it's just time. It's really what it is. And I feel like that is fishing in general. It is time. Yes, you can have certain techniques and certain lures that will give you a better advantage. But at the end of the day, you got to put in the time.
You have to put in the time.
Find these fish.
That's why I always the number one question is, what lure should I use or what spot should I go to? Lure and spot. That's what people want to know. And I reject the premise of that question because you asking me what lure to throw and where exactly to throw it, it defeats the entire purpose of you learning it and putting in the time. The whole beauty is the process,
Yeah, I agree.
So people are like, "Can you give me spots?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I'd be robbing you.
Figure it out, bro.
I'd be robbing you if I gave you a pin, told you what to throw, when to throw it. Because as fishermen, we know there's nothing better than finding a spot, figuring it out, and catching fish. So personally, I'm not gonna do that.
Dude, it's like an arranged marriage. It's
literally
seriously. It'd be like if you're like, damn, I really hope I meet the girl of my dreams this year, and you're like, oh, don't worry, I've already set it up for you.
Yeah,
be here at this time with this outfit on, and you'll be married. It doesn't work like that. You have to go through the process and then figure it out for yourself. So, and that's what we're doing now with these new spots and some of these big snook you've seen us catching in the river and now upriver. We're just going through the process. I've been here for a year. I've had my boat for a year now, and I haven't asked anybody for spots. I haven't asked for anything. We just started. My goal was to start in one place, learn it like the back of my hand, and then just expand.
Right.
And now we've done that kind of from Manatee Pocket out to the inlet, and now upriver. We haven't really gone in the lagoon yet, like Jensen's Causeway and stuff. That and Fort Pierce is going to be the next frontier, but we've just I've plotted, the spots to where I know this spot's so good that, okay, now I can move on.
Right.
And that's kind of how I've always done it, and I think that's a good way for those that want to know, how do I catch a snook like that, is pick one spot and learn it, man. Learn it like the back of your hand. And then once you have started catching fish and that spot, then you extrapolate what you've learned and you start applying it to different areas. Does it work here? Does it not work here? Why doesn't it work? And then you just kind of build like that, and you create this fishing map. Or
like a mind map. It all connects.
Yeah.
Once you kind of figure it out.
You become your own fishing app, right? Because now you're plotting, what time of day was it? Was it raining? Was it overcast? What was the barometric pressure? What was the wind conditions? Was there cloud cover? All these things are coming to mind. I bet if you think back on a lot of your freshwater tarpon catches, what was the weather like?
Honestly, it was a little windy, slightly windy, and even a little bit colder.
Sometimes colder, and then for me, the common theme is always overcast.
Yes, overcast.
When it's overcast, a little choppy, a little nasty.
Yeah.
That's tarpon weather, right? So you start to learn, you might want to go snook fishing one day, but you look outside and okay, there's cloud cover and it's a little windy. Okay, probably going tarpon fishing today.
And those are things that a lot of people overlook, right? Everyone just of course, tides are almost a primary factor, but at the end of the day, there's so many different things that go into when the fish are feeding, when they're not feeding. And once you start to, like Kevin said, create that mental map, it all comes together and you really understand how to target these fish efficiently.
Yeah. No, it's facts. And even freshwater, I know a lot of guys that follow me are still in Broward and stuff. Even freshwater is timing, Of course, there's no tides.
Right, yeah.
But you still want to be looking at the moon phase and when's moonrise, when is the zenith. All that kind of stuff plays into it, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
Dude, I'm just literally thinking about today. I need to get revenge on that fish.
I have a very good feeling. I have a lot of faith right now,
too.
Dude. It's a great day.
It's cold. Guys, it's what is it out there right now? 55 degrees?
No, I don't think it was that cold. I think it got a little warmer, honestly. Let me check right now.
It's cold out there. So what we're expecting is that these fish are pushing up to these shallower waters, looking to warm up around mud flats and stuff like that. So, you know, and this is how we started doing this. You know, the theory was that as Mullet Run ended, okay, where are the fish going to go?
Right.
And the theory was, well, they're going to go upriver to look for shallower water and warm up. And so we went up there, which, by the way, is almost an hour run on the boat. It's a ride. But we went up there and we caught fish.
Sure enough, yeah.
So
put theory into practice. I mean, it is crazy. What was it, like the first real day that we tried targeting like snook, right? Or not that we tried targeting snook, but that we used the Everglades bass. Like Kevin was like, all right, we're gonna go to the river, we're gonna go to this spot, and we're gonna throw this damn lure, and it just all came together.
No, it's so crazy. But tell them what happened right before I caught my fish. Tell them what you and Mark were saying. Tell them what you and Mark were saying right before I got my first hit and then caught that tarpon. You guys were trying to tap out, remember?
Oh yeah, dude.
I knew in my gut. I'm very instinctual.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we're gonna catch fish up here. And they started going. We were fishing up there for maybe like 45 minutes, right? Yeah. With no bites or anything. We're seeing box turtles. We're seeing lily pads. They're like, dude, we're not gonna catch anything up here.
Yeah, we were so defeated.
They were starting to say, let's go back to Roosevelt. Let's turn around. Let's go out. Let's go back to the river. And I was like, no. And then
5 seconds later, giant tarpon. And then the second time we went back, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Like, it's almost like we speak things into existence sometimes, or like, it's like we say it and then it happens. It's just strange. But there's been so many times where Kevin and I have been fishing and we'll say like, oh, I wish I could get a hit right now. Or, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if a fish would just come up and eat? And that's exactly what happens, like over and over and over. But the second time we went out, we were trolling the Everglades bass for the first time. And just exactly that. I don't remember who said it, but I think it was you. You were like, oh, it'd be so cool if we could just get a hit already. And boom.
No, we were all talking about it because, you know, we just got the Everglades bass. We're just starting to film promos for them, which are going to drop in a couple months. And we were talking about, oh, how cool is it going to be when this thing finally gets eaten, when you see that mouth come up and just swallow it. And Anthony's trolling it behind the boat. We had just got out there. It's 8:30 in the morning. It was our first spot. And he's trolling it just to kind of see the action. And we're all talking about how cool it's going to be when it gets eaten. And like before I was almost, as the last word was leaving my mouth, he goes, I'm on. And you just see this like 38-inch snook go flying out of the water.
Bro, that was the craziest, like honestly one of the most euphoric moments I've had in fishing. Like that shit was insane.
I was geeking.
Yeah.
Like I had, you know, I've obviously... Every collab that we do with Snook Snacks with Savage here, we do it for a purpose, right?
Of course, yeah.
We do it because, not because it looks cool or we think it's going to sell. We do it because it's like shit that we want to fish with.
Exactly.
Like, if I could have it, and it's been awesome with Savage here, to be honest. Shout out to Mads.
Yeah.
Like, if I can dream it, we can do it, you know? And I want to say I want a bass because we had that generational run on the Magnum Ghost Bass 2 years ago.
Yep.
So now he comes out with this 9-inch soft shine glide, and I'm like, dude, that in a bass pattern would crush. 2 weeks later, Matt sends me samples, and you know we're taking theory and putting it into practice, and we're catching fish.
Right, and that's what it's all about, guys. I mean, there's nothing better than doing exactly just that, like putting theory into practice, figuring it out. And like Kevin said, we had just pulled up to that spot.
Just got there.
We were tweaking. Like we had a theory. We went and we made it happen. And that's really what us as fishermen, that's all we got to do, you know? And I feel like it's just so more rewarding in that way, you know?
And and you have to be a little stubborn. You have to be a little obsessive.
Yes.
You have to be a little crazy.
Yes, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I just think enough people don't get out of their comfort zone.
I agree.
Or they build these like, and I'm guilty of it too. I catch myself doing it. I build these like mental barriers of, okay, I know I've caught a fish at this spot, and so I'm going to go there and I'm going to hit this exact sweep, or I'm only going to fish around this pillar.
Yeah.
And we get so pigeonholed into our own thinking that we limit ourselves. And like, dude, if you just go out, like that little channel where you caught your bass, we had never been there before.
Never.
It was literally a dead end, right? So we're in the river, and there was an offshoot into the mangroves that just came to an end.
Yeah.
And actually, while we were up there, I told Anthony, I said, there's not going to be anything in here.
It did not look fishy at all.
Didn't look fishy.
It looked like shit.
I told him, there's not going to be anything in here. Yeah. It's a dead end. Let's get out of here.
It's funny how that works.
Like,
There's so many spots you see, like especially in the river, everything looks fishy. But then you see something that doesn't look fishy, and somehow there's a fish. But then the spots that do look fishy,
you don't catch anything. But like that's what I'm saying is that in my mind, I had already declared this spot. This is no good. Let's get out of here. And it was on the way out of that he was trolling and he caught that snook. So it's like you really have to kind of sometimes change the way you think about it, and I have to change the way I think about like addressing certain spots, because I mean, every one of us out there, everybody watching this has driven right by a fire spot and not even realize it, because in their mind they have a certain way of thinking and they've just excluded it for whatever reason.
100%.
You know?
Yeah. That's why like me personally, I leave no stone unturned. Like I always just check. If I see something, I'm like, might not catch something, but let me just take a cast. Because you never know. Like, you really never know. It's crazy. These fish will just be in crazy places, man. It's wild.
It's so true. I'm trying to think back to like a specific example, because in Broward, I've fished every nook and cranny. Like I didn't leave any stone on. I fished everything in Broward like I was fishing for snook, you know, big swim baits. I never was like, oh no, this is a bass spot. Let me just put on a fluke or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Like I've literally gone to the dumbest freshwater lakes and just thrown 8-inch pulse tail mullets all day. Just to find out, because you never friggin' know, dude.
You never know.
And that's like how I've approached it, and that's how I've ended up catching 40-inch snook in places where people were like, what in the actual fuck?
Yeah.
How did you catch a snook there? And I'm like brute force and ignorance. I don't know. I just didn't stop.
Especially like, because you really paved the way with Griffin, bro. Like you were like the main man, really slamming that shit. And like I remember me personally, before I even knew Kev, I was seeing, like, mind you, I drive by Griffin all the time. I'm seeing this man pull these giant fish out of these canals, and it like blows my mind. And I'm passing by it every day, and it's like him, he decided, let me try it. And he figured it out. Meanwhile, everyone else is driving by thinking, oh no, there's not gonna be anything there.
Yeah, or what you would see is like every now and then somebody at Nob Hill and Griffin would catch a big snook on live bait.
Yeah.
But like I started catching them out by I-75.
Yeah.
And I started catching them under bridges out west or by Imagination Farms. I'm like, once you realize that these fish are not pigeonholed into like just sitting in front of the flow or sitting at a certain spot. They're all over. They're moving around, and you just have to find them. And my theory was always that a snook will never turn down a mullet, and that's why we're just obsessively through the pulse tail mullet. But as we're evolving, we're just Everglades bass and peacock bass off shine glides and Mayan cichlid, bluegills. And we're finding
so many different things.
Snook are just so opportunistic. Like,
yes,
if they're hungry and it goes in front of their face, bro. There was this one time I was at Atlantic before. I don't know if you even remember this, but they reconstructed the Atlantic spillway.
Yeah, like the actual
it used to be just like rocks with like a fucking hole coming out or whatever.
Right.
It wasn't like this concrete structure. And I was there on a cold ass winter morning. It was like 50 degrees. And I had this Savage Gear eel, that like 15-inch eel with the squiggly tail.
I've seen those.
And I was just kind of like, what if freshwater eels are coming out of this thing?
No, don't tell me.
Bro, I pitched the eel up against the wall. I let it get sucked into the flow. And right as it was coming around the concrete corner, boom.
That's insane.
It got clapped.
If you guys don't know what lure he's talking about, it's an old Savage lure, but that thing looks ridiculous. The fact that a snook was willing to clap that goes to show you they'll eat almost any bait that's in front of them.
Almost anything. And then and then I kind of wondered to myself, is it just the fact that it looked something moving by their face, or did he think it was an eel? Did he think it was a snake? But like, they're pretty opportunistic, man. As long as you get it in the right spot and present it the right way. Like, I'm sure if that had been a 3D bluegill or a pulse tail mullet or a jig, probably would have ate it. But the fact that it was this literally like like this long, like a 15-inch thing with a squiggly tail that's made for, I don't even know,
musky
giant bass and musky.
Yeah.
And a snook ate it. So
it's ridiculous, bro.
They'll pretty much clap whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. And
that's what's so cool about them, bro. We get to try all these different types of lures, and like it's so fun. Like it's almost like bass fishing, really. Like bass, they eat almost everything too.
And that's what I see a lot of people say that come down from bass fishing for snook. They're like, yeah, it's like bass on steroids.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, dude, people get so hesitant to throw the big baits. I know even you were too in the beginning.
Yes.
Remember when the 7-inch Shine Glider was like a huge bait?
Guys.
you tied on and be like, what the fuck?
The only lure I threw for the longest time was the 3D bluegill. Because, you know, it was a big bait, but that was the biggest bait I'd ever thrown at the time. Or biggest lure, rather.
Now it's like the smallest bait.
Now it's the smallest. But yes, I went and I threw the 7.25-inch Shine Glider, and I was like, bro, this thing's massive. Like, and then you catch fish on that, and then you go bigger and bigger, and then everything else just looks tiny now. Like, we look at the 7-inch, 8-inch glides as like pea glides.
They're
like,
so small.
not really, yeah.
Dude, even, I don't know if you follow Sam, Saltline Sam.
Yeah.
He just posted the other day throwing the scandal. Bro, he caught a snook that couldn't have been over 18 inches on the 8-inch scandal.
That's crazy, dude.
Like, so, all right, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 10-inch gizzard, the 10-inch line through gizzard from Savage Gear. I was throwing that at the spillway. This is like a couple of years ago. And, you know, you're thinking to yourself, if anything eats this, it's going to be huge. Giant. I ended up catching a bottom slot, a 28-inch snook on a 10-inch swim bait that's like about this tall. Yeah. And not only that, but the hook was down his throat. Like,
I don't get it.
I don't understand how that worked because the mouth is probably about that big, like a 3.5-inch diameter.
That's insane.
And the bait is like that big. And somehow, I needed pliers to get the hook out of his throat.
That's crazy.
So the idea that like the bait's too big or they're not going to hit this, they will. Trust me.
100%.
They will. They'll hit it, and they'll hit it aggressively because they want to get it down the hatch. Yeah,
it's wild, man. Like, I never thought in a million years, like obviously prior to this, like I would see all these giant baits, and I'm like, oh, that's to catch fishermen. I ain't gonna catch fish.
Right.
And then you use it and it works, bro. It's crazy, and it's like you said, it blows my mind how they're able to really get their mouths fully around it. Bait too. Like, and you're right, the gizzard is a tall bait.
It's tall.
It's long and it's tall and it's thick. So for that slot,
and it kicks, like when you're reeling it in, you feel your rod going thum, 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 thum. So like you would even think it might scare them or like push them away, but it doesn't, dude. It's just like wild.
Yeah, they got big appetites, that's for sure. Snook are crazy, bro.
I think that's what makes it so fun. You know, you can throw these giant baits and they're gonna come up and eat it. And I mean, listen, it's different strokes for different folks. Some people prefer just to throw a paddle tail or jig.
Which is totally fine.
And you know, actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I think like a lot of people are hesitant to do the kind of fishing we do because there is a stigma about if a bait looks too realistic, that that's to catch fishermen.
Yes.
Piggybacking off what you said, like that's to catch fishermen, not fish.
Right.
But I've always gravitated toward those kind of baits just because I don't know, I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
And like, I'm telling you, that's a myth that like, if it looks too realistic, it's to catch fishermen. Like, no, dude.
No.
They work.
Yeah.
I've always had an aversion to baits that just look like little blobs, like just a little plain, you know, whatever, like kind of an indiscriminate, like, you know, abstract looking thing.
Yeah.
And I know historically, like, that's what's caught fish, but to me, like, the hyper realistic baits, they're just so freaking cool.
It's cool and it makes sense. I mean, you're literally showing the fish what they already eat. Like, why wouldn't you want it to be as realistic as possible? You know, like why would it be just some blob of plastic?
Now, I'm trying to think. I know there's been some that have looked really realistic, but that weren't practical.
I know a lot of like the live target stuff back in the day was like that for me at least, and I know a lot of other people. There was some stuff that looked super realistic, but it just wasn't good.
Bro, you know? I'm not gonna lie. I caught a ton of fish on the live target mullet. Yeah, and everyone would say to clip that tail off the back. Yeah, I never did, and I caught like before the Savage Gear Pulse Tail mullet came out. That's when I was fishing, and I was crushing up and down Griffin on it. I was hammering on it.
Yeah,
but like you know, what's a good example of a bait that looked so good and just sucked was the 13 Fishing Ladyfish.
Yes.
Sorry, 13 Fishing. Yes. We tried. We carried it because I loved the way it looked. I threw that bait religiously so if you haven't seen that bait, it's just a giant soft plastic. And it wasn't plastisol, I forgot. It was silicone, I think.
Yeah, it was silicone.
And you would put a giant EWG hook, a giant screw lock in it. And I think I probably got maybe 20 tarpon to eat it, and I didn't get a single hookup. They were eating the shit out of it. I mean, 13, if you guys are watching, that bait profile, incredible. Rigging system, terrible. If we could somehow make that bait with like a better rigging system for the hookups, I mean, it would crush. Dude, we couldn't keep those in stock the first 2 rounds, right? We got however many, 100 or something, and they were gone in like a day. So I was like, oh my God, we need more. So I restocked them, and then those sold in like 2 days. And then I restocked again, and they just stopped selling. Because what happened was people saw them, had the same thought I did. They're like, this looks so freaking cool.
Yeah.
And they bought it, and then they had the same experience I had. They went and fished it, and the practical application of it, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And then they didn't buy it again, you know? Whereas like our baits that we have now, our staple baits like the 3D bluegill and things like that, they sell constantly because people buy them, they use them, they catch fish, you know, they wear them out, and then they buy a new one. So yeah, 13, if you're watching, run it back. Just make it better.
Great concept.
Make it better, dude.
Not great rigging system.
Dude, I was in Cooper City one day. I don't know if you know where the Cooper City townhouses are. Like if you're on Flamingo, you know where that Walmart on Flamingo and Griffin?
Yes.
If you go to 52nd Street, you go past the townhouses, there's a little bridge that looks down that canal. Like if you look one way, you see the Griffin and the bridge behind Walmart. If you look the other way, you look all the way to Sterling. I went to that little pipe and I pitched the ladyfish in there. I skipped it in and I let it sink to the bottom and I started cranking it back in. I went 1, 2, boom. It got fucking smoked, bro. And
no hookup?
Didn't hook up.
Yep.
But like I could feel the weight of the fish. It was a giant.
You would think with that big ass EWG it came with, you would hook up to everything, but nope.
I mean, maybe for snook, I did end up catching that one at Three Bridges on in like Lauderhill. I caught one that was decent. If for snook, it's fine. You're gonna get the hookup because they have soft mouths. But I think, you know, when you think ladyfish, you really think tarpon.
Yes, 100%.
And it just didn't work.
No. If they made that thing line through, well, we're already working.
We're already on that, guys.
Don't worry. We don't need any.
Speaking of that, R&R ladyfish. Damn, should we go grab one?
Should we?
Yeah, hold on.
Let's show the people what we working on. Oh yeah. Sick.
Yeah, check these out. So, a little backstory on this bait. Tico from R&R, the guy who designed like the slide bait. He's been trying to make a glide for like years, and he's over the last couple of years, he'll send me a sample, I'll fish it. It's not quite there, and then nothing ever comes of it. So he sent me one of these like 2 months ago, and you know, he's trying to make a glide bait, but he sent us this, and very quickly we started jumping a ton of tarpon, and we realized, okay, it's not a glide bait, but this thing works. All you do is you just crank it, and it just has probably the most natural swim. And he like almost accidentally created one of the most fire tarpon lures I've ever fished with, so
it's insane. I mean, it's like I couldn't believe. I mean, the realism, right? And if you guys look, this is like completely soft. And there's like a little harness inside, but it's primarily all soft. So when the fish hit it, I mean, they think it's real. It's not like they're hitting a hard glide bait and they're like, oh, that's not real. They think this shit is real.
It's real.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah, speaking of that, what I was blown away by was it would get hit and missed, and then I'd be like, oh, damn. And while I'm saying, oh, damn, it would get hit again. Yep. I had tarpon hit it 3-4 times in a row before hooking up because it literally feels like a fish.
Yeah.
And so this one is actually, this is the one that he's doing for us. This is going to be the Snook Snacks Ladyfish. So what we did is we went blue, silver, and then gold. I wanted a lot of gold on the fins and
that gold is pimp.
The gill plate. So that's going to be the Snook Snacks collaboration that we'll be doing with them. But he also, I mean, I think every color we threw did good. He had like a gunmetal, like a mullet that did good.
Yeah.
That green one's done well.
Yeah.
And then he made one that was like a plum chartreuse.
That one was nice.
Crushed. Dude, Tico, remember the night we were out with Tico, the first night, was it the first or second night testing them? And he caught a tarpon that jumped in the boat.
In the boat. Like, it was, he just flopped on and was like, hey guys.
This tarpon jumped, lands on the back of the boat, and we're all just standing there, and it almost like looked at us and then just slid back in the water.
He didn't flop. He was just like, oh, I'm not
supposed to be
flop.
He like low key was like, all right. It was like Homer going into the bushes. Yeah. Bro. He was like, I'm out of here.
Bro, we gotta make that an edit. We gotta make that. That shit was hilarious, dude.
That shit was so funny.
You, this wasn't a little tarpon. This was like a 50, 60 pound tarpon.
Yeah, it was a good sized tarpon.
Like, it was like, just plopped on and
it was big enough that it had like jumped and like hit one of us in the face. You'd be in trouble.
Yeah, you'd be knocked out.
And I think it was funny because, you know, obviously, like I said, Tico's been trying for years to make something like this.
Yeah.
And I could see the friggin' light bulb over his head. After that tarpon jumped in the boat, he had this look in his face like, oh, yes, I did it, you know? So shout out to Tico, man.
Yeah.
You've been grinding to make this bait for a long time, and you finally nailed it.
Yes, sir.
These are going to come out soon, guys. The only thing is we're really working with Tico to make sure that the weighting is right. We want to make sure we don't release a bait that has any flaws to it. We also worked with him on creating an internal harness here so that it's a little more durable and you can mount your hook in it, similar to other line through baits. But yeah, keep an eye out for these guys coming soon, man.
Yes, sir.
Shit, how long are we at?
I think 40 minutes now. Yeah, 38 minutes.
You want to wrap it? I mean, I think that's good for the first one.
Dude, that was a hell of a good fucking first one. Just a quick little... You know, and we can always look, bro. If we catch fish, we can literally come back and fucking talk about it too, like whatever.
Yeah, just kind of like, all right, well, we gotta get ready to go fishing now.
Yeah, all right, bet. All right, well, we're about to go head out to the river, so we'll let you know how we do. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I mean, this is the first podcast, but I think it was a pretty good one. I mean, I'm looking forward to doing some more in the future. There's gonna be a lot we're gonna be talking about.
Oh, most definitely.
And yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what we're gonna do, man, is this podcast is literally just gonna be like our friend group just sitting down, shooting the shit, talking about fishing and telling stories, and like I have a whole list of people I want to get on here, like Josh. I want him to get on here and talk about the time he caught a 200-pound Goliath on a line through trout,
insane, dude.
All kinds of cool stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty cool for a first go around, and
we're just trying to keep it authentic, guys. Trying to keep it real. Like, we don't want to be super corporate and professional. You know, at the end of the day, like, it's all about being real. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be real. We're not sitting here editing and talking in crazy vocabulary. We're being real. That's
we just want to bring you guys into our world a little bit and kind of just, you know, talk about the behind the scenes, the things that you don't see. Like, everyone sees these cool edits on Instagram and stuff and all the hype videos, but you know, we just want to kind of bring you guys the raw and you know. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all there is to it, bro. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You got anything else to say? No, let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. All right. See y'all later, boys. Yeah, that was cool. There he is. Let's go, Doug. Yes, Doug. Kevin, you mind if I take over the camera? I'm gonna get here. Oh, I got it that time, boys. Yes, let's go, Doug. My dog. 3 strikes is all it takes, boys. Right here, brother. That's the third 100-pound tarpon we took today. Spot lock. Got her tight too. Come on, dude. Oh my God. Big. Third time's a charm. Oh, not yet. She's gonna jump. There's a jump. How big is she? 100. 100? 85 to 100 all day. A tarpon. Finally. Got the camera, man. Is she gonna jump? Freaking 80-pound. Right behind you. 80-pound braid's barely enough to hold this fish. giant. Oh my God.
That's her, guys. That's what we're after.
Let's go, Doug. We're going with her.
Oh, she's strong.
It's all right.
Coming off the sea right here.
Oh my goodness, dude. What a beauty.
No, no, no.
It's all right. It's all right.
Still on.
Plenty of space.
Get me out to the middle a little bit more, Kev.
I'm working on it.
All right.
Take your time.
She's coming in.
Take your time.
I hit her. I hit her and pissed her off. You saw that?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's what we needed right there.
I literally poked her.
Yeah. She's probably a
She's
little
80.
under 100,
Yeah,
but
she's
still
85.
big. It's an 80 pounder.
Good, Doug.
2 hands.
I gotta see where she's at.
I got the line. I got it.
Keep the freeze pull for me.
I got you,
I
Doug.
just want to see where the hook's at.
You got her. You got her.
It's good. We'll get it.
You're freeze pulled. Let's go.
Got it.
Go.
Give me
dude.
pliers, guys. Kevin, give me pliers.
I don't know where they are actually. Where's the pliers?
Pliers. All right, guys. That's the tarpon we're after right there. Got that puppy on. Where is she? On this right here. 80 fish. Sweating my butt off. All right.
She'll come right out. Right in the soft spot too. Perfect hookup. Perfect hookup.
One more.
I can do it if you want me.
Do it. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Oh, hold her open. Hold that mouth open.
It's right in the gill. Be careful. Careful. All right. Bit too hard. You got it.
There you go.
Hook's out.
Watch your hand.
Line's free. All right, guys. How's that for a tarpon?
Look at that
Up
color.
in the
She's like blue.
guys. This is there's a freshwater tarpon too. That's a freshwater tarpon right there.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's heavy. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's tired.